Hi, I'm Victoria Ballou, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Choose a stack of cards. You came here in this moment. Your intuition brought you here because you need to have a message, and your message lies underneath one of these stacks of cards. Is it underneath Vesta, my warrior priestess here, the main character of my fantasy series, The Tarot Legacies? Is it underneath her? Or is it underneath this amazing rock that began life as a shell millions of years ago and represents growth, eternal growth? Is your message today under that? Or is it underneath this amazing obelisk that transmits the most amazing power, has the most amazing energy to it? Choose. Take a deep breath, and whatever comes into your mind first, stack 1, 2, or 3, that's the one for you to go with right now. So let's take a look. We'll begin with Vesta, and we'll scoot her to the side and see what's going on, not only with your energy, but with your dreams, because dreams and energy are both coming from your subconscious. They're integrated energies for sure, and that's why I read them as far as your tarot reading combined with what you're probably dreaming right now. So let's begin with the cards to see where you are. The first card represents your overview. Here it is, the Six of Wands. This is your overview energy today, right now. And this is saying you're feeling pretty victorious. This is, and you can see from the wands, they each have something different on the tops of them. Well, these two are the same, these two are the same, those are the same, but you know, they're all in pairs, they're all matching up. And what this is saying is victory, that you're feeling like you're in a place where you have overcome something, where this is, you're feeling pretty good about it, whatever it is. Of course, wands represents our spiritual energy and the element of fire. So yeah, there's something within you that's feeling pretty good. The second card we're going to look at is the challenge card, the energy that's challenging you right now. And this could be something that's really big in your life that you recognize immediately, or it could be something that's small that has been nagging at you for a little bit. Nevertheless, it's something that needs to be addressed. So let's take a look at what your challenge energy is right now. Okay, and here's another 6. It's the 6 of Cups, though, and in the Thoth deck they call this pleasure. So it's interesting that you have 2 6s here, right, from a numerology standpoint, because that does begin speaking about stability here. 6 is a pretty strong number. But here's what I want you to recognize. This is your challenge energy here. And this pleasure card is representing physical pleasure. So this could mean that you're being challenged right now with a relationship issue, as in terms of dating, having a physical relationship with someone that's not quite on track right now. It could also represent something that is within your own body that is not feeling like that you're gaining much pleasure from right now. So it can also represent that it's your challenge energy right now. So the next card that we're going to pull is the course of action called for. That's what it represents. And we'll see what that specific card is. Well, it's death, and which means simply transformation. Death, of course, means the end of one thing, that one thing must come to an end before something new begins. And to put that into context with what we have here, with your overview of victory, your challenge of pleasure, and your course of action called for of death, transformation, I will call it, because it's pretty shocking to think about things in terms of death. And it really doesn't mean that. That's what I really want you to understand right now. It's all about ending one cycle so that you can begin another. And what this is saying to you is that you're feeling pretty good right now about a decision that you've made or some energy that you're about to put into action that represents a victory for you, that you have come to a place that you feel like you're ready to take a victory lap. Now, this, though, is being challenged by this energy of a lack of pleasure. Again, it could be related to someone else. It could be related simply to yourself. But this victory lap that you're wanting to take, feeling like you can take, is hindered by something that is still either big or small within your energy realm that is pulling you in a very physical way. And therefore, what's being called into action is a transformation. This is saying it's time, whatever this energy is that's challenging you, this physical energy, it's time to make a big change with that. Whatever you've been doing is not working, and you need to wrap it up so that you can begin something new. That's exactly what we're looking at here for you this week if you chose this deck. So in terms of dreams, what I would expect you to be dreaming right now is about something that is regarding death. And it could absolutely revolve around your dreams of some sort of killing. And I know that's shocking. But in the language of mind, it's symbolic. When we kill something in a dream, for example, if in a dream we kill a tiger, then actually, symbolically, in our dreaming mind language, what that is speaking to is eliminating a habit from our lives. So think of it in terms of that, because that's exactly what your subconscious mind is saying to you. If in your dreams you have something that you are killing, someone that is being killed, understand that this is just merely speaking to change, right? That's what killing represents. Death, again, in dreams, death represents the same thing that it does here in the tarot, and that is transformation. So don't be too alarmed if you're dreaming about killing, about death, because it's gruesome to think about in our conscious life experience, but in our dreaming mind, it's all about transformation. And that's actually very much what your subconscious is saying to you. If you're dreaming about that right now, that it is time to make a change. And if you don't know exactly what that change is, think about it, because there's something there. If you chose this deck, there's something that needs to be changed, but also something that energetically you're still feeling, this victory around. It could be related to it, and maybe it's not, but it's something that is definitely, you're having this contrast here of victory, but needing to go further with a complete transformation of wrapping something up to begin something new in order to get rid of this physical pain, displeasure, we'll call it. Okay, let's take a look at the second stack if you chose the pile of cards underneath this beautiful fossil. And we're going to look at not only the tarot, but also what you're more than likely dreaming about right now, because these two energies are really very much the same. It's your subconscious energy. We always think that our conscious minds are in the driver's seat, but that is not the case. Our subconscious minds always have control over what we're thinking about, really what we're doing, unless we're very consciously aware of what those subconscious thoughts are and change them. So we're going to take a look at your cards, and the first card is going to be your overview. This is your energy from a very broad standpoint right now. Think of it like the balcony view, right? So let's take a look. Well, you have the Princess of Swords. This is all about gaining clarity. She is all about understanding and seeing clearly. Now, of course, if you're male and have chosen this stack of cards, same thing. It represents you with your place of needing to gain clarity right now. And here's what I want you to understand about this card, the Princess of Swords, and that is, as this clarity is gained, this has a rebel energy to it. This has the energy which says the clarity that you gain may not be what you come to understand to be the way that you need to move forward, may not be what others would say for you to do. This is a rule breaker here. This is energy that the clarity that comes, no matter what it is, whether it goes against the grain of what normal tradition would say, it doesn't matter, because the clarity is the clarity, and that is how you're going to act upon it. So this has that rebel nature capability here that just says that you could forge your own new trail given what comes to you once you gain this clarity, which is where you are right now. There's something that has come to you that says, oh, I see. And it may be surprising, whatever it is right now, and telling you to move in a direction that maybe you didn't think you would be moving in at this point. But you trust that, even though it is not what you anticipated. Nevertheless, this feels right to you, so that's what you're going to do. The next card we're going to look at is the challenge energy that you face right now. And this could be big, this could be small. If it's small, then it's something that's been nagging at you probably for a while that just is not going to go away. If it's big, then you're going to know it instantly, and it's something that needs to be faced immediately. Let's take a look. Okay, so it's the Aeon. The Aeon in, for example, the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is judgment, right? So what this card represents is judgment. In the Thoth deck here, it specifically refers to judgment of yourself. That means taking a really objective viewpoint of where you are. Now, this is challenging you. Let's remember that. So when we put the Aeon next to the Princess of Swords, this is saying that you may be struggling with the clarity that has come to you, is coming to you today. This that again, remember I said this is rebel energy, and so it may be something also, I said, against the grain of the way things are normally done. And so therefore the challenge energy here, this Aeon energy, is saying that objectively you know this is the right thing to do, but you're hesitating in doing this, probably because it is unconventional, non-traditional. It could be risk-taking. That's really what it feels like. This means you would be taking a risk away from something that's very safe. So let's take a look at the third card, which is your course of action called for, and see what this is saying in terms of how you work with gaining this objective energy, which is exactly what the Aeon is saying you need to do, is to get very objective here in the way that you're looking at yourself. Okay, well, it's the Five of Cups. It's disappointment. So with this as your course of action called for, it's saying that you need to turn loose of the disappointment clearly. Now, this is showing that what has come is that you have gained some clarity, but it's something that has surprised you, that caught you off guard, and you're questioning if that is really the clarity. It's almost like you're judging the clarity, the clear perception that has come to you, right? And you're second guessing it. And this Five of Cups, disappointment, is saying that, nope, you need to turn loose of whatever this energy is that is disappointing you that came with the clarity, because clearly it's not what you were wanting, and you're trying to reject it. But this is a very clear sign that you need to embrace it, and you need to understand this is what you need to do. that it's, even though it is not what you anticipated or maybe even wanted, it's still clearly what you need to do. And I think you know exactly what this is. So dream-wise, right now, I would expect you to be having dreams that involve clouds, mist, and you're probably walking. You're probably walking on a path. You could be climbing a mountain path. You could be in a car as well, because cars represent our physical body. But this is energy that is showing that you're not clear on this. That's what the whole cloud issue is. That's what all of this that you see right here is pointing to, and that is that you're just not really accepting of what this clarity is saying to you, and therefore in your dreams you're still, even though you might be breaking through the clouds, it could be that you're coming into something that doesn't feel good to you, because again, this is saying that whatever it is that you have come to understand is the way that you need to move forward, you're really struggling with, that you're really pushing against. So the advice of the tarot here is that, yeah, you do know what you need to do. So do it, and stop feeling this disappointment and embrace it, because on the other side it could be something that's really awesome. That, you know, you have to trust this sword energy, this intellect, this thinking energy of the swords here, of this clarity, and turn loose of thinking that it couldn't possibly be right, because this is second guessing it, right? Turn loose of that disappointment, since it wasn't exactly what you wanted, and move forward. That's exactly what the message is today for you. All right, let's move to stack number 3 with this fabulous obelisk. Let's take a look at the tarot cards. The first card I'm going to pull for you we call the overview. And what the overview represents is your energy from a broad perspective right now. Think of it like a balcony view. And this is where you are. Well, okay, so it's the 7 of Discs. It's called failure. And I'm sorry you're feeling failure right now. I'm sorry you're feeling a sense of not accomplishing something. That is what this card is representing. It could also be your fear of failure. This could absolutely indicate that you're afraid you're going to fail at something. And this has all sorts of overtones to it. And I want you to be really careful here, because this energy can not only encompass failure, but it can move into these manic states, right? Where you're just feeling crazy, you know, where you're not thinking clearly. That's what this energy can represent. So I want you to be really careful here, because, you know, and I'm glad you're here for the reading. So let's take another look at the second card. This is your challenge card, as if this wasn't enough of a challenge. Let's take a look at the second card. Okay, well, it makes sense. It's the High Priestess. This is saying that you're not trusting your intuition. This is saying that you're not allowing that subconscious energy of yours to help you move through this failure energy, this fear of failing. Or maybe it's already something that has come apart and you're just mired in this energy. This High Priestess energy is saying that you're not allowing your higher self to come through and help you move through this energy. This is tough. Let's take a look at the third card, which is your course of action called for. So this is the energy that you need to put into action right now to deal with this. Okay, so it's the 10 of Wands. It's called oppression. This card is saying you have to turn loose of this oppressive feeling. Whatever this is, whatever has generated within you that has created this fear of failure, you need to turn loose of it right away and turn loose of this feeling of pressure, of not getting what you need, and of feeling really stressed out, because that's what this Ten of Wands is representing, is just this overwhelming feeling of not being able to move forward, of having someone or something pushing against you energetically that's keeping you from moving forward. If you allow your beautiful intuition to come through, it can help guide you. And that's what I want you to understand right now, is that you always have an opportunity. Even when we're looking at these cards right now, which, look really challenging, you always have this opportunity. And here she is, this beautiful high priestess of trusting your subconscious energy, trusting your intuition, trusting the voice that's inside of you that allows you to know what the answer is and allows you to turn loose of these very oppressive feelings. That's what you need to do today. That's where you need to be. So dream-wise, I would very much expect for you to not only be in water in your dreams right now, but maybe even underwater, maybe even experiencing the feeling of drowning. Water, of course, represents our conscious life experiences in our dreaming mind. And you're feeling very overwhelmed at this point. And I'm very sorry for you to be this way, for you to have this energy. I'm really glad that you're here for this reading, because here's what I want you to understand. It's absolutely possible to move through this energy. It's like a light switch of flipping your free will into this mode where you embrace this beautiful high priestess energy and recognize that the answer is within you. If you listen to the little voice within you that has positive thoughts for you, that has helpful thoughts for you, then you will move through any energy that is negative and feels defeating. I really hope that you understand what I'm saying here, and that if this stack of cards, if this reading resonates with you, that you do take this action, because it will change your life for the better almost instantly. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, because that really helps me understand and connect with you, which is why I do my YouTube episodes for you. You can also subscribe to my newsletter, victoriabillou.com, where I'm always addressing questions and talking about tarot and dreams. You can also subscribe to my metaphysical magazine, which is called Astrologic Magazine, and you find it at astrologicmagazine.com. There are dozens of articles about tarot, about dream interpretation and astrology, sound healing, soul regression, reincarnation. We have amazing articles from the world's leaders in all of these metaphysical subjects right here for you every month. So tune into that if you have more questions, or if you're just looking to see more into the world, the metaphysical world, ancient science, and modern practice. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.